All right, hey guys, this is Holly. I'm a full-time hot yoga teacher in DC, and I'm just going to be doing 5-minute tutorials on each part of the 26 and 2 Bikram hot yoga sequence. So today we're going to be focusing on the first back bend in class. Yeah, so I'll start just by saying, this is part of the half moon sequence, and before we back bend, we always want to move the spine right and left. Right, so you think about lengthening one side of the torso, squeezing into the other. And if you think about it, when you squeeze both sides of the back at once, it's a back bend, right? So the right and left prepares you for the back bend. The first back bend I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna show you. It's a little bit hard to do it and talk at the same time. So I'll show you and then I'll talk you through some stuff. And then you go down. Great. So there's lots of different type of back bends out there. Again, it's a little bit hard to talk through them and practice at the same time. So for those of you that don't know, at hot yoga teacher training, you learn what's called a script or a dialogue, and I find the dialogue to the backward bend to be quite useful, so I'm just going to read it to you real quick. Remember, parts of it are going to be descriptional, like you're describing what's happening, and part of it's are commands like action. Okay, so back bending, everybody together. Your back is going to hurt, that's a little cheeky. Don't be scared. Take a deep breath, full lungs, drop your head back as far as it goes. So this one starts at the neck spine. You always want to relax the head back first. Look at the floor behind you. So looking at one thing will help you with balance. If you close your eyes, you tend to get a little bit dizzy. And if you look around, you can really get nauseous. So you want to pick one spot, ideally on the floor behind you. Arms back immediately, try to touch the wall behind you. So as soon as the head drops back, you want to bring the arms back with the ears, right? Getting the chest opening, the armpits opening, the shoulders squeezing together. Bend your spine backwards from coccyx to the neck. Lower back, middle back, upper back, total spine backward bending. So this part's a bit descriptional, right? Oftentimes, especially as beginners, we tend to only bend from the lower spine. I'll show you what that can look like. But you want the whole spine backward bending, lower back, middle back, upper back. So rather than dumping into the lower back, you want to think like a rainbow arc from the side, one long arc. Push your upper body back, try to fall down backwards. The fall down backwards is a little bit of an exaggeration, but the idea is pushing the body back, yeah? So active, rather than elbows and knees bending passively, you're actively pushing everything back behind you. Maximum body weight on the heels. This is an important one. Often, especially as we go deeper into it, the weight starts to creep into the toes and the knees start to bend, and maybe the butt sticks out, but instead weight in the heels, legs locked, and hips forward. So if you keep the weight in your heels and you push forward, you will go back. If the weight stays in the toes and you stick your butt out, it's a little bit different. Weight in the heels, hips forward. So eventually my hips are gonna go beyond my toes, right? Whole spine backward bending. So again, push your upper body back, try to fall down backwards, maximum weight on the heels. And then as we get to the end, you'll start to hear some cues. Inhale, stomach, legs, hips, everything pushes forward towards the mirror. So you're still pushing the hips forward, and then bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Inhale, come up and stop in the middle. So again, at the end, you're gonna go a little bit deeper into it. So some things to remember, grip strength, so key. That's one of the secrets to this whole style of yoga is the grip strength. If your palms start to come apart, the elbows might bend, squeeze the palms together so the arms are with the ears the whole time. Yeah, like tight palms. And one of the cool things in this one, as you look back, you might notice your hands in your peripheral vision. If you notice them separating, wrist bending, squeeze them back together. So active arms, active legs the whole time. If you have a tight neck and it hurts to drop your head back, or you just can't drop your head back, that's okay. I really recommend looking up towards the ceiling, but not going much further than that, yeah? If you go back without your head drop back, can really start to hurt the neck and the shoulders. Make sure the head drops back first. If that's not happening today, just looking up towards the ceiling and lifting so you still get that stretch through the armpits and the chest. Eventually arms back. So the things again to remember, weight in the heels, legs locked, and rather than sticking your butt out, you want to push the hips forward towards the mirror and then whole spine backward bending, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Now on this one, you might not be able to breathe like super deep breaths, but still little sips of air in and out through the nose. Make sure to keep your eyes open so you don't get dizzy. Lock the legs and have a little bit of fun. That's your tutorial. I will talk to you guys soon.